sadness and anxiety and worry and everything like that. And then you talked about social services and how they, you know, are calling, and how maybe, you know, your memory problems, that your daughter, you said your daughter reported that, correct?
She did.
Okay, and then you did kind of say originally at our first meeting that you did have a lot of stuff in your house that maybe there could be some excess stuff that you would be willing to get rid of. And you said that was kind of something that you wanted to work on as well. Just kind of getting rid of, I think you said, you know, the unnecessary clutter and things like that. Is that correct?
Yeah, I did say that, I guess. I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
We'll have to talk about what's unnecessary.
No, that's completely understandable.
Yeah.
Okay. So of those three things, what would you say is your main goal or main focus that you really kind of want to tackle and get out of the way up front?
I guess I want to fix my relationship with my daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's important. And then the clutter, quote unquote clutter in my house. I don't want to really get rid of anything, but I guess, you know, we can organize or something.
That's the word you used last time, is organize. Yeah. So not necessarily getting rid of anything, but maybe just, like you said, organizing and kind of helping to appease that with your family.
And then with social services, another issue that they were having with me was my clutter and the fact that it was unhealthy. So maybe if the clutter is resolved, maybe, you know, it could help with the social services issues. So I guess that would be my last concern if, you know, if the other two don't work, to get them off my back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, let's start, we'll start with the daughter. Okay, so we kind of went over, so we're going to kind of focus on this past week, because that was the most recent. So with your daughter, was there an event this week? I know you said overall it was a good week, but you did kind of say overall. So was there an event this week with your daughter that kind of triggered that whole cycle? Was there anything kind of in specific that happened?
It was just that when she came by and was telling me about my bill that was late.
Okay.
And that she said I was irresponsible because I bought shoes instead.
Okay.
But yeah, I let it slide. I didn't really say anything. I just kind of shut down. And
okay, so you said
I wasn't angry, but I was I just felt belittled and disrespected. So
okay,
it's better, I guess, than yelling at her.
Yeah. So some of those. So when she said that, you know, your bill's late, but you're out buying shoes, what were some of the immediate thoughts that you had that just kind of popped into your head?
I just thought that was a lie. Like, that she was lying. She was lying by saying that I was being irresponsible because I need shoes. Like, you know, if I need them, I need them. So I don't know. I felt she wasn't understanding me. She wasn't getting where I was coming from. And,
okay.
That I don't understand why she can't see things the way I see things and see that the things that are important to me, you know, are important.
Right. Okay. And then some of those feelings that you had after thinking that, you said you felt belittled. Are there any other ones that, you know, you were
just
thinking?
Belittled? I guess sad that she couldn't see things from my perspective, because that's, you know, I'm her mom. She should be able to understand me, but yeah. And
then the behavior, you said you shut down. So when you say you shut down, kind of help me understand what that means for you specifically.
Well, you know, I'm typically the type of person who will speak my mind in some senses, you know, maybe not properly, but I'll say things. And it was just like I just didn't even say anything. I just stayed quiet and let her tell me that I was wrong, and let her tell me what you know, what was happening. And I just didn't express at all anything. I just sat there quiet.
Did she ask kind of why you were, you know, being so quiet and not speaking your mind like you said you normally tend to do? Did she not really even realize?
She asked if I had anything to say, and I just said no.
Okay.
So I don't think she really noticed. I think she just...
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said no. Is that because earlier when you told me that you just knew if you said anything that she would be mad and upset?
Exactly. I didn't want to fight, so I just said no.
So that was just easier for you in the moment to just shut down instead of that. Okay. All right, well, it looks like we have kind of a really good starting point with this, in specific with your daughter. We're kind of getting down to a lot of the thoughts and feelings that you have, that you're having with her, you know, when she talks to you. I am hearing, though, with all three of your main goals, that it seems like the common thread between those is your health and safety. It seems like, you know, between your daughter, social services, you said about maybe the deorganization of things, there just seems to be a common concern just about your overall well-being and safety. And it does sound like it's a hard transition to kind of go from the caretaker, you know, of your family and your daughter to kind of being the one that people think need taking care of. And like you said, just because they think that doesn't mean it's true.
Exactly.
But it does seem that that's kind of seems to be a common thread between these kind of couple issues that you're dealing with. But it looks like, you know, overall that you are a very caring person. You know, you care about your daughter and your relationship with her, and you don't want to fight, you don't want to get her upset, but you do have very valid emotions and thoughts and feelings for, you know, this kind of transition period in your life and dealing, you know, with some health problems and things like that. So I do kind of commend you for caring enough about that relationship and about your own self to kind of want to work on that instead of just constantly just shutting down and just kind of letting things happen. So my concern is, though, that with all that, you know, when you just kind of shut down and, you know, you don't want to upset her, you don't want to make people angry, that, you know, you're really not taking care of yourself and you're not making, you know, the right things for yourself, and you're still feeling all those negative thoughts and emotions. So I kind of want to do maybe this next week, when another event like this happens, when your daughter, because it seems to be mostly your daughter that's discussing this stuff with you, when she brings up about if something's late or about there's too much quote unquote clutter in the house, that I want you to think, how would it feel if I had different thoughts to this? Like, instead of thinking that she's disrespecting me in this or that, how would it feel if I was thinking, wow, she just really cares a lot about me? Or how would it feel if, and then you can kind of fill in the blanks from there. So just kind of turning those negative thoughts maybe into something different. It doesn't necessarily have to go from negative to positive, but maybe just kind of somewhere in between. Do you think that that's something you might be able to do?
I can try that.
Next
I
time?
can definitely try that.
Okay, and then maybe next time we come back, we can talk about that and kind of go over that together. And then I can have some other kind of, you know, thought checklists and things that we can kind of go through to kind of help, you know, some of those immediate reactions and feelings, and just kind of address those and see where they're coming from. Does that sound like a good plan? Okay.
It sounds good.
Do you have any other questions or concerns or anything that you want to discuss here today?
I'm good. I think, you know, we talked about everything I needed to talk about, so thank you.
Okay, no problem. Well, it was so good to see you, and I look forward to hearing about your homework for next week.
All right, thank you.